Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of season 2, Only the Facade. I am so excited to be back. It has been 2 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks, I think, since I've gone live. I took a break for the holidays, but I am here and I'm back. If you want to watch my screen, if you're on Instagram, you can click the link in my story that will take you to the YouTube live stream of my screen. And if you want to hang out there and watch the better quality, the replay always lives there and it always lives here on Instagram. So I'm going to pop up my phone into my stand and we're going to just get started. I'm going to dive right into it today. So there is my screen. I'm just going to tilt that so you guys can see it better. But again, the better quality will be on the live stream on YouTube. This is the best I can get with the Instagram. But there's always a better quality on the YouTube. So this is where we left off. We are, again, continuing to model the same building, and we're almost done with it. This is, where is the image? This is the image. So basically the whole context of Only the Facade, if this is the first time you're catching us live, we are taking the floor plans of Ad House Plans house and and taking their renderings and building a Revit model just from those. All they give you is the floor plans and their exterior renderings, and then I try and recreate them from these images, which has been really fun. It's been challenging. This one, especially, it has a lot of curves, arcs, curved roofs, and it's just been really fun to sort of learn and troubleshoot as I'm going along with you guys. I do encourage that you guys follow along with the replays and go step by step with me as we're modeling. I think it would be a really good practice for anybody who's trying to learn. It's practice even for me, and I've been using Revit for 7 or 8 years now. You just never know what you're going to learn when you're trying to model and develop your skills with different projects. So let's go back to our model, and I'm just going to see what is left because it's been a little bit since we've modeled, and I just need to refamiliarize myself with what is left to do. So this is a good image. You can see that we started to do the archways. We have created these garage doors. We've added split faces for the stone that's going this way and for the stone archway. One thing that I did discover last time was it is kind of difficult to get the stone to, you can't paint the hatch pattern to go in an arc like you'd want it to. Like the image, it's really only letting us do a standard brick pattern. It won't follow the curve. As you can see, even here, this isn't really following the curve, but it's just giving us the illusion that it is, especially from far away. So I'm not really sure. I might just do a split face for the arch detail around it, and I might just poche it, color it in just a basic gray. So let me go to my manage tab, my materials, and let's just create a basic gray material right now together so that we can A, learn how to do this, and B, have this to create. So I think we could probably just use a concrete. Let's see what the color looks like. Let's go to modify, and we're going to want to go to the paint tool, and then let's pick concrete, and then we can paint our split face that. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to want to see it up against this stone material before it works or doesn't work. I think I'm frozen. It looks like I'm frozen on YouTube. I can't tell if I'm frozen here or not. The internet has definitely been shoddy. Definitely been a bit shoddy. So I don't know if you guys are even hearing me because of this Wi-Fi. My face is frozen. I'm not sure if it's still recording my sound. This is lovely. Normally this doesn't happen, so I can't even really gauge whether it's gonna fix itself. I'm gonna can I turn the video capture device off and then turn it back on again? So my face is still frozen on my stream here. I'm going to turn video off and turn it back on. It's still frozen. I'm going to see if I can delete it. Please bear with me, everyone. I am having some technical difficulties with my video on my YouTube stream. My internet has been pretty shoddy today. I was afraid that this was going to happen, but I haven't done this live stream in a few weeks and I was really eager to get back. So now I'm just not sure. Okay. So I'm able to add back in myself. I'm unfrozen. I'm not really sure how long I was frozen for on YouTube. Thank you for bearing with me. We are going to start creating the split faces around for the archways. There's an image here. You can see that there's a stone detailing that goes around the archways. So I'm just going to create a split face for that and we're going to make it gray. All right, so I'm going to go to the front view in 3D. We can go to the front view in 2D elevation as well if we want to. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this split face tool and I'm going to select this wall. And then I'm going to select this green button, which is like the pick tool. And I'm going to tab and it's going to highlight blue. Well, it highlights blue, the arch and all these lines. So I'm just actually going to select the arch and select these lines. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset, which is OF on the keyboard. And I'm going to select 6 inches. I'm not sure if the one I created on the other side, it doesn't actually look equal. And then I'm going to delete these inner ones because that was just sort of my reference line. You can see if we zoom in here that there is an orange line and you actually can't draw on that line. You have to be not touching or overlapping these lines. They do have to close though. So like it is good that it's touching at the bottom, but it shouldn't be overlapping. And then I'm going to check that off. And then we're going to go and we're going to paint it concrete. Like that. And then I'm just going to check this one because this one's looking a little thick. I don't know what I offset this. We can go in and we can check. I did 8 inches, which I think is a bit much. I'm going to change this to 6 inches. So I'm going to have to select this arch and offset it and then delete it here again. And then I'm going to move MV. I'm just going to move this in 2 inches. Now it's connected and it went opposite. It took my split face and made it opposite. So I'm going to go here and if you click this little side arrow, you can select remove paint. And I'm going to go back in. It looks like I'm frozen again on the YouTube live stream, which is really frustrating because I don't want to have to fix my settings again. My camera again. I'm not really sure why this is happening. But I guess it might just be my face frozen and my sound. I guess I'll have to see what happens in the end when I go to rewatch this, because I don't know if my sound is still recording on YouTube. Alright, so now I'm going to do this one. I'm kind of nervous, guys. Like, I don't know if I should keep going or if I should just call it quits for the night, because this is just really making me sad that my internet is being so bad right now. I'm going to offset this all at 6 inches. I am also recording this, so for some reason the live stream isn't working. Maybe the recorded version will be good. Who knows? On YouTube, it might just look glitchy. But on Instagram, at least, I don't think we're experiencing any Wi-Fi difficulties, knock on wood, hoping that that's the case. So I'm going to go back into the paint again, and we're just going to paint this. Oh, the wrong one. I'm going to hit Control Z and undo that. Select the paint again. Tab. Get in there. I don't know why it's painting the whole thing. So let me see if I edit the boundary. It's going down to the ground. I'm gonna try painting it again. All right, that worked. Now we have this side arch left. So it looks like my connection on Instagram keeps skipping and pausing as well, which is pretty annoying. So unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna do this last split face, and then I'm gonna have to call it quits, because I really don't want you guys to miss any critical things, and I don't know why my internet is struggling. This has not really happened before, as far as I know. I'm pretty sad that it's happening right now. But we can't overlap here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. It can't overlap, so I guess I'm gonna cancel that split face. And I'm gonna actually move this arch over 6 inches so that I could fit the split face there. I'm gonna move these stairs over too. And then I'm gonna do the split face and see what happens. So again, I'm gonna tab, click, click. I'm gonna do OF for offset. I'm gonna offset this 6 inches. I'm gonna delete that. And this is the same step a few times, so feel free to skip ahead if you're watching the replay and you're like, I got it. I don't know why that keeps happening. It keeps painting the whole surface. We're just having a whole slew of problems this week back, aren't we? We can't connect. We can't paint the right split faces. I'm also just going to edit the width of this stair because I want it to be the size of the opening. So I am going to just fix it, make it a little bit bigger. Definitely doesn't match the plan, but whatever. I think it's fine. I think it looks better if it's like this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move it and then go back to the 3D view. And there we go. Now we have all our arch split faces mapped out. I think that that's going to be it for tonight. This was a really short 15-minute live stream. We really only did the split faces. I apologize. We have to cut this short. We had some technical difficulties. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is acting up, but we will be back next week. We're going to wrap up this model next week with episode 8, and then we're going to dive into a new one, which I'm pretty excited about. So we have some elements on the back that we're going to model. And It'll just be like popping in windows. There's a dormer here we're missing. But for the most part, we're focused on modeling this front piece. So I'm gonna try and wrap it up next week, make it through. Hopefully my Wi-Fi won't be as terrible as it is right now, and I hope you guys have a great night, and it was at least fun to pop on and say hi and check in. I really wish we could have gone further. You know, I am pretty disappointed that this isn't working, but sometimes technology just isn't on our side, and that is what's happening tonight. So I wish everybody hope everyone has a good night, and we'll be back next week, hopefully without the technical difficulties. And like I said, I'm really hoping to wrap this one up so that we can vote and move on to our next Only the Facade model house, because I think after a little bit we kind of lose out on this. I haven't really decided if I even want to do the back, just because we are focused on this crazy stuff in the front, and a lot of the stuff in the back is just placing windows. So I haven't decided completely yet if we'll get there. I think that once the front facade is done, which it definitely will be next week, I'm looking at what we have left compared to the image, and basically all that we have left to do is add like a base trim around here. You can see that. I want to go in and see if we can get some of these light fixtures to pop in, and I also wanted to see if we could find some cute little window planters right there. I don't think there's anything else I'd really want to add. We gotta add these little split face elements, facade details, a little soldier course detail, but all of this again is split face. It's just adding more and more detail. So again, we'll just do split face here, and we'll color them in. They need to be colored. We're gonna try and find some lights to add, and then we're gonna try and find a planter, and we'll add in the base trim, and then we'll be done with this one. I think the front is the moneymaker image here, and there's really nothing to the back that's special. We can look at the images. Hopefully that this is still like going strong. If it's not, I mean, we are just talking about this, so it's not a huge deal, but look how simple this back is, right? It's just pop, 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 all these windows, add in split faces right here and here, and then this dormer I never built, and I would just paint it. So I think I'm just gonna leave the back. I think it was great for us to model the roofs together, because roofs, it's always good to practice them, and that definitely wasn't lost in this. So we did that, and I think we're just going to skip out adding those windows, because a lot of the details and the learning lessons are from here, and you guys know how to add windows, so I don't think we have to spend much more time doing that, because we added the ones in the front, and we can just add those finishing details and then move on to our next house together. So that's pretty exciting. I am definitely excited to have you guys vote again and see what new challenges lie ahead. So I guess I'll have to go see now how this worked. But have a good night. I'm going to check the live stream and see how bad our connection was. I hope you have a good night, and I hope that this wasn't a complete freeze.